I don't know how to start. This is my first YouTube video, I guess, stream. But I am gonna disassemble this HFC T77 Uzi. Basically all metal blowback. And so this is my first time. So I don't, one sec. I'm just gonna, go with the flow, see what's up. So obviously, first, it looks like you want to take off this bottom grip. Let me just take that out of the way. So this grip, I don't see any way to take off the stock. Maybe they'll unscrew. But first I'm gonna take this off, and you're gonna need a flathead screwdriver. I just got this. So I'm gonna take this off. Let's see. And you don't want to lose any of these parts. They're very important to putting them back together. And so once you have this, you're going to need a very skinny screwdriver or anything really, and you're going to want to poke through the hole because there's another piece right here. So you're going to want to push that out just like so. And what I like to do really is just screw it on, put it into a metal container, a magnet container. And this piece right here is for a sling, and so basically you're just gonna slide this off. And you don't lose this part either. I just like to lay it upside down so it stays in the spot that it's supposed to be in. So now you come to here. Let's see. So it kind of pushes up, not much. It pushes forward a little. But there is the cocking handle, if you want to call it that. You're gonna have to push that out. However, in order for that to come out, there's two holes, the front and the back. The back one is bigger than the front one. So you're going to want to sort of push this up and then out, like so, and bring it to where the handle is, and you just want to twist it out, just like so. Put that aside. And so basically this whole piece just comes out. Now, I have been having problems with the gas not being fed all the way in, so it doesn't shoot all the way. And this is full of gas. So, and it looks like the feeding, sorry, here, I'll try to, there's a little bit of wear right there. It's a little bit scratched. There's some pieces up, and I think I'm not sure if there's a way to, no. So I think this is one piece, but obviously you should be able to take it out. I don't know how. So I'm gonna put that to the side, and then you come to the bottom receiver. And you'll notice that there's a spring on this side, right here. And so that, you're just gonna take it out of this little slot that it's supposed to be in. Take that out, put that aside, and then you just have this. Now there's a hook right here. And so what that is for is that goes behind this piece right here. So it just slides in just like so, and it's caught on there. And it looks like my spring right here is a bit bent. And so I may have to, I'm not sure how to take this piece out. I don't really want to. There's a lot of parts in there. see. As you can see, it kind of lifts it. I'm not sure what the purpose of that is. But here is the trigger, like the trigger box. I don't know. It looks good. I may have to just put some silicone oil on it. Because this is my first time disassembling this gun. So I've used it a lot, you know, generally. And so just a little bit. There's some springs, stuff like that. I'm not sure how to take this apart. I'm not sure if you can. The whole thing does move, so which makes me believe that you are able to. And there's these pins here, which coincide to this spring and the actual part that pushes this part up. And you can move it a little, but it seems to be blocked. So I don't want to risk it. So yeah, so now I'm gonna put it back together. This is as far as I'll go, really, because I have no clue how else to actually disassemble this piece. There's this trigger, or the selection fire pin. I don't know, that doesn't really push out. But yeah, so we're gonna put it back together. I have this piece, actually, if you can see. This is the piece that pushes through the magazine, that pushes the BB out. And so when this pushes back, it releases air into this little slot. And just pushes air through this piece. And obviously I'm not I don't know all the terms and stuff. So just bear with me. So on the top, the bullpup is in that little hole right there. As you can see. Through this little hole. Right here. And it looks like it's a very, very small Allen wrench that you need to achieve that. I'm just trying to figure out how the hell to take this thing apart. My pin won't move. It's really in there. So it must be like pressed in there. So yeah, so anyway. So now I'm gonna put this back together. I'm not sure how to take off this stock. And actually, there's a small piece on the bottom right here. Right here. And I presume that that's just keeping that in there. And so I'm gonna see if I can. If I can't press that out. Huh. Maybe it just unscrews out, I'm not sure. how this works, but I don't think so. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think that's how it's held in there. I can't seem to get it out. So we're gonna put this back together. This piece, make sure it's behind this little bar, just like so, and then just set it in there. And you should see that when it's all the way forward, it should be pressed against that little silverish piece right there, like so. And so put it in just like that, and you're going to keep it forward, and it has to be centered in order to, actually before that, the spring. So the spring, what I like to do, well, this is my first time, but what I do, actually just take this apart. There's a screw right here, but I don't see a need to really do that. So you put it forward, and the spring is actually what presses against the trigger piece that moves. And so you're just gonna press it in, make sure it's in the slot all the way back, push this forward, and there you go. Make sure it's all the way in. And the spring, it has no, it doesn't do anything except for the blowback action. So it just moves back and forth. So once that's in, you are able to put the top receiver on. So what I like to do is there's actually two notches here on the left and the right, and so it won't fit on top. You're going to have to, let me get this out of the way. You're going to have to slide it in through the front, and you have to kind of angle it. It's a bit tricky to get it in, but once it's in, you'll know. Just like that. And before you slide it in all the way back, you're gonna want to put in, oh shit. Well, before that, my spring fell out. So make sure that's in there. Just like that. I'm actually gonna put some silicone oil on this, just because there's a lot of moving parts. You don't want to put it in where the air valve is, so you just want to put it around, just on the middle, where the parts are moving. Sort of lube it up a little. So I think that's good. Alright, put this in, put in the spring, through the notch all the way back, push it forward, slide it in, put a little bit more right here, just on like the spring brass, on the brass part. And then so when you're sliding this in, you kind of want to angle it, or actually you can just lift. Actually, I seem to put it in. There you go. Now before you put it in all the way, make sure to line up the two pieces where the caulking handle will go in, and make sure that the little slots right here are facing the front sights, like so. And so you're just gonna press that in, just like that. Slide this back. And I actually think I may need a stronger spring because it seems a little weak. But other than that, you're basically finished. All you need to do is slide in the bottom handle, and you have to make sure that this piece is flush. It's all the way in. because if it's crooked or if it's pushed in, it'll be hard to push it onto the bottom. So you're just going to slide it in. I like to turn it sideways, and boom, just like that. And so next you want to take these two, unscrew the screw from the end. Just like that. Make sure, put this in. Now this is kind of tough to put in. Screw in this screw, and you're finished, basically. So that's basically disassembling the Uzi. I didn't want to go too far and get lost because there's no online videos or anything of how to change the parts in like the trigger box or the inner barrel. And so I just wanted to give like a generalized disassembly, because there's nothing wrong except for what I found is the kind of feeding lip. It's not the feeding lip, but it's the place where the BB is shoved into the inner barrel. That front part is kind of stripping away. But other than that, you're ready to fire. Now I am using propane, and maybe this is why this is happening, but usually when I put in a BB, it's cocked all the way, safety's off, and put in my mag and I shoot, it just makes like a pff. By the time it worked. But yeah, so that's basically it. I think I might do a video of how to disassemble my HFC M9. So just stay tuned with that. But yeah, that's basically it. Thanks for watching. Have a nice evening.